was splashing the Soldier the Game Spitter. That boy J90 talking real heavy after big CEO was killed. And you know, like, we're gonna get straight into it. You know, Big 30, you know, he coming off real Chicago-ish. He coming off real Chirac-ish. You know, he's smoking on big CEO pack. He's smoking on CEO pack. He's smoking on baby CEO. You know, you can feel the Chicago energy is starting to spread. If it ain't spreading nowhere else, rapid, it's spreading real rapid down south. And smoking ops is the new wave. It is the new disrespect for all gangsters, for the new generation. The OGs in Memphis ain't gonna do it, and they ain't gonna respect it. They're not gonna do it, and they're not gonna respect it. But what they're gonna do is they're gonna understand it. And if they don't, and they're not gonna respect it, but they're not gonna say it in public. They're gonna understand it and just fall back and let the youngins do what they're gonna do. That's what that is, and that's gonna be in Atlanta. That's gonna be Northeast, New Jersey, New York, because they're doing it up there too, everywhere. You know, but you know, big CEO or baby CEO, whatever you want to call him, he made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, he made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, it's a lot of things he didn't understand. Maybe he didn't have the proper OGs around him. Yeah, it's a lot of mistakes he made. Right? Now, big CEO was calling J90 out, making him feel like a little boy, making him feel like he broke, making him feel like he fake, making him feel like he flaw. That's what he was doing to him. Right? His reason behind that, he's saying that J90 switched sides. J90 switched sides and teamed up with the ops for a chain. Right? In his eyes. That's in his eyes. When J90 was dissing Heavy Camp, J90 was dissing Blac Youngsta. And then he look up on the gram, he look up Facebook, YouTube, and he see him with Youngsta, and he calling Youngsta boss and whatever he was calling him, big dog. It was like a slap in the face to big CEO. But what big CEO ain't understand, yep, J90 might have been dissing Blac Youngsta back then. Yeah, he might got an unreleased song dissing Blac Youngsta, right? In J90 eyes, that was just business. That was just for the clout. Right? Because there's been plenty artists that dissed the artists and got and signed with them. Look at Nas and Jay-Z. Look at Uncle Murder and 50 Cent. Nas came out with Ether, dissed Jay-Z plenty of times, said a lot of disrespectful things. Performed it in front of thousands of people, millions of people. Uncle Murder used to always diss 50 Cent on them Smack DVDs and Come Up DVDs and them Sub-Zero DVDs. He always used to send shots at him. 50 still signed him. You know, it ain't no different from when a nigga, like, y'all was into it and then y'all squash it and y'all do a song. Yeah, you ain't signed with them, but y'all still do songs together. Same thing, like. And, you know, big CEO ain't understand that. Because you got to understand something. You think J90 ain't pay attention when Nas signed that deal with Jay-Z? You think J90 ain't pay attention when Moneybagg Yo signed with CMG? His nigga said the same thing. But he woke up. See, how J90 come off, you might think he retarded and dumb, because he'll go the dumb way. But he wising up. He knew he couldn't turn down this opportunity. He knew that Youngsta can feed his family. He knew Youngsta can feed his family. He knew Youngsta, Heavy Camp, CMG brand, ties in with Roc Nation, can change his life. And whatever little street issue he had, it could be swept under the rug by having one conversation. And it changed his whole view. And sometimes the nigga that used to diss you and then he get cool with you and y'all sign and y'all do business together, this the nigga that'd be your most loyalist nigga. This nigga I'll be loyal to niggas that day ones with you from the get-go, from the start, from the beginning. This nigga come in and be way more loyal than that. And show way more love and honor and respect. See, Big CEO think he was just doing it for a chain. Nah. The chain just come with the game. The chain just a tax write-off. J90 did it for wealth. To whether it's in the, you know, in a good way, a righteous way, or a wicked way, or both. He seen past whatever the issue it was. And Big CEO couldn't respect that. He couldn't respect it. He couldn't respect it enough where he had to check that and address that on wax. And what Big CEO did was step in some shoes that was too big. Yeah, he went to Foot Locker. He went to Foot Locker and ordered some Timberlands, and he didn't know Timberlands run big. The boots, they run big. He wore a size 9, so he got the Timberland boot and the size 9, not knowing they run big, and he should have got an 8 or 8.5. Shoe was too big for him. He crossed too many bridges. Yeah, he crossed too many bridges. He had an issue with J90, but he was dissing Heavy Camp and CMG. See, even if you felt like J90 was broke, you disrespected CMG and Heavy Camp. So now, all that what you think in your head is out the window. And at the same time, you was calling all these cliques out. They got real money. They can snap their fingers and do real damage. And you wasn't dropping nothing. Yeah, niggas wasn't getting dropped. Yeah, you wasn't killing it enough. You wasn't. Yeah, you wasn't OG Boo Dirty. You wasn't that crew. Yeah, so you know, first time you did it, you know, nigga might. But when you kept going in, dissing all 3 different camps that you can't go to war with. You weren't strong enough. You weren't strong enough, man. Your army wasn't strong enough, man. And that's one of the main reasons why you got killed. That's one of the main reasons why you got killed. Your partner set you up to get slaughtered. You know why he did that? If that's the truth, alleged, you know why he did that? Because it was too many big dogs. He couldn't turn the request down. Maybe they put some fear in him, or maybe they just paid him good, and he couldn't turn that opportunity down. See, it's all just business again. But you know, J90 got a personal issue with you. The whole time when he was dissing Heavy Camp and all that, but he was paying attention to Moneybagg Yo. He seen how Yo Gotti changed his life. He see where Moneybagg Yo at now, and how he can take care of his family and his niggas. He wanted that for himself and his niggas and who he loved. He like, oh, that other little shit was it. And they didn't draw blood. Like, blood has been spilled between where Moneybagg Yo from and the north side where Gotti from. Blood been shed, and they still swept that under the rug. Understand that, man. So the green light was issued. You know, not by J90. You know, see when you somebody at his status, what you think was nothing. That's what you think, but you never got paid off thinking. You got paid off rapping. You went in over your head, man. You went in over your head. And there was no turning back. You know. They made the call, like, yeah, you can go ahead and clip his wings. You see what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and clip his wings. Because J90 knew. J90 knew that when Blac, Youngsta, and his original niggas, when they ride in the car, when they riding say Blac Youngsta in the Lamb and he riding with his homeboy from the hood, they probably watching your video and they hear what you saying. And J90 know that when he not around, Blac Youngsta probably thinking about that. Cause it's Memphis, right? It's Memphis. It's gonna go to him. It's gonna get to him. It's gonna get to him a lot. It don't gotta be on Say Cheese. It don't gotta be on academics. It's gonna get back to him a lot. Like a lot of people they're gonna show him. And J Money knew that. And J90 knew that. J90 knew that. And he had to do something about that, alleged. He had to handle that. Before it got out of hand too much, he had to go ahead and handle that. You know, a lot of pros come behind it, handling that. You get clout. You know, niggas know that you really, that you ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, nigga talk for a couple months or a year or something and he out of here. All we gotta do is right place, right time. And y'all got him? Cool. Get him? It's cool. Hit him. And that's what that was. See, you think J90 sold his soul or sold his respect for a chain. The chain just decoration. He did that for opportunity. So what you do? You know his army was getting stronger. He was getting more money by the day. His army was getting stronger by the day. What you do? What a lot of niggas do. With Dirk and Fredo Bank, like they team up. You team up with the ops. You team up. But the difference between you and Fredo and Dirk and all of them got money. Loan money, not just a house and a car like what you was stretching, but that a person at Walmart can get. People at Walmart that work at Walmart and Target got a house and a car. You see what I'm saying? You team up with the ops. So now you sped your death up as far as the street law. Not with God, but the street law. Big CEO, you sped your death up. And when you was playing checkers, you know how they say we playing chess, but you playing checkers. But when you was playing checkers, you didn't know every time you move, it was a king right there. You move left, CMG right there. You move right, heavy count right there. You go up, J90 right there. And the king just, they take the double stack and just swipe you off. Every which way you go, they swipe it. Swipe you off your feet. But this time, it was lights out. They turned you off. They turned your lights off. They turned your lights off. See, you underestimated J90. You think he got to get so rich for people to slide and ride for him. You think nobody don't love him because you was basing off what you think. But you know you can't call all these big dogs out when you still regular in the city. Yeah, niggas knew who you was in the rap game, but you still regular in the city. You wasn't paper route. Or you got millions of dollars too where you can move around. And you wasn't executing. You wasn't nothing to fear. Just something to shed a tear. Today, in their eyes, you wasn't nothing to fear. Just a tear from your side of the family. That's all it was. That's all it was. You was a little fish calling out real big dogs. When you do that, you gotta have a lot of real killers around you. You gotta have a lot of killers around you. That way, yeah, they got the money, but you still got the soldiers on ground. You didn't have that. You must ain't have no OGs in your corner. You wasn't thinking straight. You wasn't thinking straight. This could have been avoided. This could have been, not even if it was going to eventually happen, it still could have bought you more time. You wasn't paying attention to your circle before they hurt you. Shout out to Hassan. You wasn't paying attention until it was too late. You didn't see the red flags. You didn't get the warnings before destruction that God always gonna send. Whether you committing to sin or living righteous, He always sent warning before destruction, and you didn't peep game. You just this, underestimate. This, underestimate. Just because you was calling J90 a hoe, heavy count, CMG, fuck niggas, hoes, you was saying all that, that just mean you don't fuck with them. That don't mean you can just go up to them and slap them and they don't do nothing. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. When a nigga call a nigga a bitch ass nigga, hoe ass nigga, you just saying that because you don't fuck with him. That don't mean you can just walk up to him and slap him. He won't gun your ass down. You walk to him and slap him, he won't knock your ass out. That don't mean that. And you know that. Or did you think it cost $1 million to get you knocked off? Not knowing niggas doing it for the free, off the rip anyway, and niggas doing it for a clout, and niggas doing it, they'll do it for 1,000, 5,000. Shit that you know these niggas got. It didn't matter what you said about J90. Once he got on with Youngsta, Gotti, and start making hits, the fans gonna believe him anyway. Cause then you'll look like the broke one or the one chasing for clout, and he already made it. So they gonna look at you like, you should have been came out and said this. You gonna be like, I did. You should have came harder. See, what you should have did, baby CEO, was played it like a Gambino family. You should have played it Gangsta and a Gentleman. You shouldn't even really, you dissing big dogs now. You should have just even said nothing, just executed. Start making niggas disappear. They gonna CMG, heavy count, J90, all these niggas, they respect blood. You want their respect, you want them to believe, you gotta shed blood. That's what they just like America. You gotta shed blood to get your respect. And you didn't do that. You was on the internet, and they went on the internet. Now this don't mean J90 did this. He just happy that you gone because he ain't like you. He ain't gonna change. You could have got lined up by another nigga. That don't mean they came from them. You just in tune with them. Of course they're gonna put that with that. They're gonna say that. That's just a common sense thing to say. But nah, you could have had issues with somebody else, and it just happened like that. The devil play like that sometimes. See, one thing about the niggas that know they was gonna kill you, they knew it was gonna be easy. They knew it was gonna be real easy to get the job done because how you move, how you carry yourself, how you underestimate, how you more focus on winning the battle and not the war. All they needed to know was when and where. That's all they needed to know. When we gonna do it, when, where we gonna do it at, all right, let's hit them. And that's what that was. Didn't take much. But by J90 smoking on your pack, definitely gonna set a trend in Memphis. Memphis is a war going on outside in Memphis right now. No man safe from. Memphis on fire. And all the young niggas gonna smoke packs. They like how that sound. They like the disrespect of that. So they gonna do that. They into that. But don't get it twisted though. Don't feel like the whole Memphis like that. Cause Memphis got a lot of pimping going on, man. Yeah, they got a lot of pimping going on. You know, really the trendsetters of the South in a lot of different ways. Not everything, but a lot of different things. Like pretty much everything that's going on right now, it started in Memphis. So, see, one thing J90 know, he know how he rap. See, J90 know how he rap. J90 know he can't come with that big old booty. That big old booty. He can't make them songs like that. His shit straight Soulja Slim, C Murder, BG, straight gutter. So he know to get the attention, he gotta come like the King Von way. Yeah. The disrespect, the dead, to really drop something, talk about it, go crazy about it. He know that's what that's what entertained the customers. The sight of blood's what entertain the customers. He know that. You think he don't pay attention? Or you think he dumb? Or you think he dumb? Nah, he ain't get signed to heavy camp by being dumb. Something smart about that guy that, the big dog was liking about him. Nah, did Blac Youngsta fully trust J90 when he first? Nah. But he built on that. He built on that. That shouldn't matter to you. He built on that. But streets get wicked like that sometimes. You just gotta be careful what you say, man. Cause sometimes, even though you know the truth about the person, sometimes his army be too strong. Yeah, it don't matter what you think no more. He got access to everything he need now. It's like they put him in the machine. When he put that heavy camp thing around his neck, his chain around his neck, it's like they put him in the machine and made his strength stronger. So you waiting to see the cars and the clothes and the jewelry and the hoes. But they ain't where P90 mind at. They ain't where his mind at. But you ain't understand that though. Cause you big CEO. You been getting money a long time. So you didn't respect that how nigga had to go on the other side to try to get what you at. To try to get where you at. But everything ain't meant for you to understand. You understand that? Everything wasn't meant for you to understand. But now it's too late. It's too late, my nigga. Y'all hit the comments, man. Y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the subscribe button, man. Tell me how y'all feel about this situation, man.